Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and welcome back to the channel. And I hope you're doing good. And it's always a pleasure for me to stop by and we have a conversation through my vlogs. And if this is your first time coming through, they call me Mr. J. And over here we are probably more Valendian on Mr. J's Reactions channel. Now I want us to talk about football. Yes, football. As an African man growing up, football was all I knew, and football to me, soccer to you. And I want us to talk about this great football player, man. He goes by the name Victor Osimhen. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right, my Nigerian family. And recent news is he's going to Galasatary on loan. Now, before we do get started, please do not forget, man, it's be an honor to have you as part of the family, okay? Hit that subscribe button. Let's talk about football, man. Yo, football is an interesting sport because 1 minute you are the golden boy and then the next minute you cannot even find a team to play. Now, this is the case of Nigerian striker, man. He goes by the name Victor Osimhen, and this man has been wowing and he's shown us that he is very, very talented. Now, currently he is at Napoli, and the relationship with this guy and the team kind of like went downwards. But let's not forget that Victor Osimhen was the player who gave that team Napoli its first Scudetto in years, man. I know. But how do you go from this to dropping down to this? Now, I just got news that he's going to Galatasaray. Yes, Turkish team. And this is not to say that going to Galatasaray is a bad thing. No, it is not a bad thing. Or it's not to say that Galatasaray is a bad team. Far from that. Because when I look at the Turkish league, I know that we have Fenerbahce and we have Galatasaray. And Galatasaray is one of those teams that have great fans, wherever, they bring the energy when they are playing in the field. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what happened to Victor that he went from this to this? Couple of reasons which I think, this is Mr. J talking, I think that actually affected this boy's career. And I don't know, but I keep getting this feeling that it is because of, of his race. And I want to ask this question as a football fan. Do you think that if Victor was a Caucasian and playing at the level that he's playing, would Napoli treat him this way? I want you to leave a comment down in the comment section. Let's have this conversation, because it is mind-blowing that somebody who gave Napoli its Scudetto in years, I mean, man, it's crazy. I cannot even understand how he went from being highly respected to just another person who cannot even find a spot in the first team. Now, it is understood that the coach decided to go with Lukaku and then bench Victor, but for somebody of Victor's talent and caliber, I do not understand what happened behind the scenes. Now, we could be talking as people looking from out of the box, but then I think that the Napoli fans turned on Mr. Victor in a crazy way. And I personally do think that if Mr. Victor was a Caucasian, I don't know why I keep feeling this way, that the disrespect would not be at the level that it was with this brother. Now let's look about a few things. Let's talk about the Turkish league. Ladies and gentlemen, when you look at the Turkish league is a great league. No disrespect to that league, because we have great players who have played in that league, and we have great teams in that league. Now, I would say this, given the fact that one of my great coaches of all times when it comes to football, Jose Mourinho, is in the Turkish league. Actually, he's with Fenerbahce. I think that Victor playing for Galasatary is going to make this season very, very interesting. Now, so after struggling to find a team with the window that just closed, Galasatary reached out to Napoli and said, look, we are going to take him on loan and we will pay him for 1 season, and all we want is for Victor to come and give us the goals, and then he can go back and play with Napoli. Now, I don't know if Victor will actually go back, because he is actually, I read a couple of articles a couple of hours ago that he was supposed to go to Saudi Arabia. I saw posted this and that, and I saw comments coming from the Nigerian fan and the European fan as well, and I was shocked to find out that he will be going to Turkey. But hey, I do not know how things work when it comes to football player buying and sales. But ladies and gentlemen, the Turkish league is going to be an interesting league this season, because Victor is going to be in Galasatary, and I know that the Galasatary fans, they are going to come out to welcome this guy. This man is a goal-making machine. I don't get it. It's still like my brain is. I'm still trying to compute what happened, what transpired that Victor went from this height in Napoli and where he is. It is shocking. As a football fan, I know some of you guys don't know that, Mr. J, I'm a low-key football player too, but hey, don't take my words for it, but you need to see me play on the court. But I want us to look at this from the other angle. Now, we've looked at it from Napoli, and we've looked at it from the team that he's going to. I want us to look at it from Victor's perspective. Is it the move? Was this the move that Mr. Victor was looking for? I highly doubt it. But this move is a quick fix to the situation, because Lukaku was going to bench Victor, and probably Victor wouldn't have a whole lot of playing time, because rumors had it that he was actually on Team B in Napoli. So rather than being on Team B, my man was like, you know what? I should move to a different team, and thank God that this team came in. I think they're going to pay him like 8 mil a year, or 8 to 10 million euros a year. That is some good money still. It is not the kind of money that Victor wanted, but it is still good money, and it can. They say a stitch in time saves the day. Now, Mr. Victor, after a performance that he gave and given Napoli his first Scudetto, this brother was hoping to get something heavy. The salary, looking at, we're talking about the 80 million, the 50 million, 80 million and above. But it so happened that he turned down a whole lot of teams that came towards him. Now, I don't know if this is ego or what. Yes, I know that there was a time Chelsea were trying to get Victor, and Paris Saint-Germain, PSG was also trying to get Victor. But I guess Victor didn't want to get a pay cut. And looking at it from a business point of view, I don't know if that is the whole reason why they didn't like him, or they didn't want to use him anymore in Napoli. But now he's going to Galatasaray. Now, the other angle that I want to look at this whole Victor Osimhen thing is that of his agent. Now, ladies and gentlemen, every soccer player around the world, they have agents. Sometimes you get to have good agents, and sometimes you get to have bad agents. I would personally think that it is the job of a football agent to ensure that his or her client actually gets a deal that is good for them. Now, sometimes agents might be looking at their own personal commission, because any contract that you sign, your agent gets a commission, because he actually works behind the scene to bring these contracts into fruition. I do think that Mr. Victor is supposed to sack his current agent and get an agent that would give him the pragmatic nature of his career and where he wants to go to. Now, he's going to go to Galasatary, and he's going to score more goals. But what if Victor doesn't score a whole lot of goals in Galasatary, and then he goes back to Napoli? Do you think that the big teams like Chelsea, the PSGs will come for him? I'm going to leave my vlog on this at this level. I want you to leave a comment and let me know exactly what you think. What happened with Victor and Napoli, and what do you think that Victor can bring into Galatasaray? Alright, so leave a comment and let me know exactly what you feel. Let's have this conversation, but it would definitely be a good thing to see him play against Jose Mourinho's team Fenerbahce. That's my time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep talking. Stay blessed. Peace.